my channel. My name is Jess and this is month 2 of the Buzzword Readathon. So this is February's word. The buzzword for February is a colour. So it has to have a colour in the title of the book. So for this video, I will be reading the book called Stay Gold. So that's this one, and this is written by Tobly McSmith. This book I'm super excited for. It's the first book I would have read where one of the main characters is transgender. So the author is transgender, so this is actually written by somebody that has transitioned and can put their own kind of experiences or reflections into this book. I am really excited for it. I don't know too much about the plot. I know that it's a new school and we dive straight into the first day of a new school in Texas, and he has already locked eyes with a girl who's our other main character, and she is a cheerleader. So I think I'm only on page 8. Yeah, so I'm on page 8. I picked this up this morning, so I haven't been cheating. I picked it up this morning. I did plan on reading a good chunk and diving straight into the video with an update, but I'm super tired and I almost fell asleep this morning, and I do have work. So if you see another intro where I look exactly like this, it is because I am also doing a weekly vlog. So I do weekly vlogs, I do booktube, and I am doing some hairdressing videos as I am a professional hairdresser. So feel free to check some of those out, just plug myself here. But we are here for Stay Gold. This is going to be a mostly Stay Gold video. We're going to just keep checking in. We're going to be reading this together. I'm going to be discussing how I feel throughout reading this book. And this is going to be better than my first Buzzword Readathon video, because I wasn't overly happy with how that went, even though I read 3 books instead of 1. So we're going to keep it real. We're going to keep chatting about it, and we're going to do this together. Hello, I'm going to do my Buzzword Readathon update. Last night I was only allowed to read up to page 58. Because Sam had got to page 58. I read up to page 61, and then I wake up and Sam's now on page,
I don't know, 70 something.
I am really enjoying this book, and I am also I was going to say quite sad that there aren't more books about people that are transgender, but there probably are a few more and I just don't know of them.
I've got one. Hello.
But they're 2 main characters. It's really interesting reading from Georgina's point of view, because she is one of the most popular people in the school. She's beautiful and she's popular. However, she's doing cheerleading, which she doesn't want to do. She wants to be a writer, and her teacher keeps trying to get her to join this writing club, and she really wants to, but thinks it'd make her appear too geeky. So I'm hoping that the main character, the transgender guy called Pony, I hope he can help her follow her dreams. Oh. So I am on page 140 now, so I have read a decent amount of this book. So I'd say I'm not quite halfway yet, but I have made some really good progress. So I did go through a phase of not being a fan of reading books set in a school environment, especially like teenagers. I believe they're 16, 17. I can't remember how old they are in this book, but it's because it's like freshman year, senior year. That's different to in the UK where we've just got like year 10, 11, 12. So it does confuse me a little bit. I am really enjoying this book. It is such an easy read, such a nice story. It is quite a simple story. It has just got that added element of having the transgender bloke in it. He really likes this girl that is a cheerleader and super popular. So it's having two different kind of POVs where they're at complete opposite ends of kind of their worlds and how they live. For example, she is friends with absolutely everyone. Yet at the same time, she wants to be a writer and can't tell her friends. And then you've got Pony, who's transgender and wants everyone to think that he isn't. He's kind of like going it stealth. So stealth mode as in he just wants people to think he's a normal bloke. So he also has started saying things around other people that he wouldn't normally say or that he doesn't agree with or doesn't like, just to fit in. Like he called one of his new guy friends a homo, and he absolutely hated saying it but kind of wants to fit in and just be one of the guys. So it is an interesting element. Oh, doggo have we got? Doggies. Little baby. About to go to sleep. I am going to check in tomorrow with another bookish update on the Buzzwordathon. Once I finish this, noisy girl. I don't think I'll finish this tomorrow, but if I finish this in the next couple of days, I will reread Red, White and Royal Blue and we can chat through that. I don't know if I read Red, White and Royal Blue in another vlog, but I'll just include it in this Buzzwordathon so we can just chat about both books for the month of February. I have only read about 10 pages of this today, so I'm still not quite halfway through, almost halfway through, and it's going really well. However, I feel so sorry for Pony. Pony has now had a little kiss with a girl he fancies that he's crushing on, and then straight away tells her that he's transgender, and she freaks out on him. And I just want to give him a hug and say it's all right, even though he's fictional. But it must be really hard, like feeling like you need to walk around with a label stamped to your forehead just so no one gets upset that you may have the wrong body parts. It's also really good to read about because I think people do need educating. So it's Thursday and I haven't read much more. I'm on page 182. But I did just want to mention how I don't know whether it's just because this book is for a younger audience, I don't know, but I'm usually rubbish at predicting things. Yeah, I guessed straight away something that happens and I was right, and it's not even 100% confirmed yet. It's almost like you get a sneak peek of who might be the person they're talking about, but I know, and it's just classic. Pony has just been to an LGBTQIA plus event, and everything that happened in that chapter, I could see it happening, and it's almost like the book didn't need to tell me because I just knew. It's a predictable one, but it hasn't stopped me enjoying the book. Still loving it, still good, and I'm still wanting Pony to be happy. he told someone straight out. This young lady, this lovely young lady, gave Pony her number and straight away said, "I'm transgender." And her response was, "That just makes me like you more." And I was like, oh, babies. I stayed up until 1:25 in the morning finishing this because I couldn't put it down. This is 5 stars. I just have to say it. This is such a good book. I have 3 5-star books of the year already, and I just loved this so much. This is gonna hold a place in my heart forever, basically. I loved this. Pony is an absolutely amazing guy, and I've never been kind of closed off about the transgender community. I have a lot of clients that are transgender, and I see some of them as friends, and they are such great people. I love them. So I've never been closed-minded or closed off about them at all. But this stole my heart. Just wow. He goes through so much. It's such an important read, especially to those people that don't really understand day to day how a lot of transgender people have to live. And some of his friends even use the word tranny a couple of times, which is a big no-no. The way he responds, the way he acts, it's just, oh my god, this book is amazing. I'm kind of wishing Pony was a real guy, even transgender, just real in its being, so I could marry him. I loved him so much. The relationship he goes through with his parents, everything he goes through, from moving to a new school and trying to pass as a guy, not a transgender guy, but just a guy normally from day to day. It's incredible. So I don't know how much to tell you about the story, but the ending really surprised me. It was perfect, absolutely perfect. It was the ending I wanted. No, it wasn't even the ending I wanted. It's the ending I wished for and more. Absolutely amazing. I kind of got really annoyed at Georgia, yeah, for a fair few moments during this read, but at the same time it's kind of understandable. I do see where she's coming from, and she does open herself up to Pony. I ended up loving her by the end. I loved them both, just absolutely. I couldn't have picked up a better book for this Buzzword Readathon. Couldn't have picked up anything better. Just amazing. I will definitely reread this book 100%. There aren't many books I have reread, and I want to do some more rereading this year, so I'm going to try and do that. I am rereading Dexter. I only read the first 2. I finished book 1 in January, so I am rereading that. I also did some rereads last year, and I used to be someone that would read a book once, and if I liked it, I'd just keep it on the shelf. If I didn't, it'd go. But I did never plan on rereading a book, and I just think that's really silly now. Like, why would you keep a book and not reread it? Anywho, absolutely amazing. I'm ending this video here. Red, White and Royal Blue is on my shelf behind me, but I have started a different book, so I'm not going to be reading Red, White and Royal Blue for this Buzzword Readathon. I have already read that book, and that's another 5-star book for me, but I've got too much else that I'm planning on reading, and so much is happening. I thought I'm just going to stick with the one book for Buzzwordathon. I've got 3 books for next month, but I won't be trying to complete that within the first week, just because of the madness of my life right now. I do have a sore throat. If you can hear that, I've had a throat sweet. I'm gonna need another one. Yes, I sound like a croaky frog. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, great, talk to me. If not, sorry. I will get into a rhythm of saying goodbye on my channel. It'll happen. It'll feel normal one day. But thank you so much for watching. If you can, pick up this book, listen to it on Audible, e-read it, whatever you need to do. Just get yourself a copy. It's great. You will not be disappointed. Thank you and goodbye.